Hey, Shreya.
Hey, Colin.
I was listening to the Joe Rogan Experience podcast the other day,
Mm-hmm.
and they had an ad for LegalZoom.
Oh, your favorite.
And part of me liked it
Mm-hmm.
because sometimes I want to be a little feisty
Yeah?
in my marketing message, just like, be like, do this estate planning.
Yeah.
You should do this. You have a duty to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was the message on Joe Rogan, so I'm going to play it for you.
By LegalZoom. Ladies and gentlemen, the new year is upon us, and New Year's always put things into perspective. It gives you time to reflect and make changes on what will improve your life. And if you're determined to start a business or secure your family's future in 2019, it's easy
Secure your family's future.
Yeah.
Nice.
to get distracted by hurdles that pop up along the way. That's why LegalZoom is here to help. With their network of independent attorneys licensed in all 50 states, LegalZoom can help you navigate your legal needs.
Yeah.
From wills and trusts to LLCs, trademarks, contract reviews, and more, LegalZoom has helped more than 4 million people like you take care of their responsibilities.
Take care of their responsibilities.
Yeah, Joe Rogan has a way with words.
And the best part is, LegalZoom is not
All right. Oh, wait. That's actually a good part. LegalZoom,
a law firm, so you won't
not a law firm.
It's like the climate change thing. It's like, I'm not a scientist,
Yeah.
so I'm going to voice my opinion on this scientific matter.
But that's part of me wants to have that type of message to
Yeah.
people. Because that's how I feel about estate planning.
I know.
It's like, it's your responsibility as a husband, right?
Yeah.
To get organized.
Yeah.
And sometimes I just want to tell people that instead of just saying, oh, here's why it's important. Here's why it's important. Instead, I feel like I need to channel Joe Rogan.
Yeah. I think you
say,
do.
It's your responsibility, buddy. Get it done. But
If you don't care about your family, that's cool.
so there's a couple points. One, estate planning is not just documents. Is one of my beliefs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And LegalZoom is just, you're buying documents.
Yeah.
And what he just said, that's not an attorney, blah, blah, blah. So I like the message that it's do the responsible thing, get some estate planning done. But I think the non-lawyer, here's some one-size-fits-all documents, is like, phone it in, bro. Take care of your responsibilities, but just kind of phone it
The
in.
minimum amount possible.
Do the least amount possible.
Yeah.
So I like it. I like the message, but
Yeah.
are you really living up to that responsibility?
Well, and I have a slightly different take than you.
Oh, really? Tell me.
Yeah. Well, I do think that for some people, something like LegalZoom might be okay. Like if they don't really have anything, or don't have a family.
Why did I bring you on this video?
If they don't have a family or any assets, like if you're looking at like a 22-year-old who just needs some power of attorney documents,
Yeah, could work.
it could be okay.
But
It's probably going to be done incorrectly.
right. So I've reviewed people's LegalZoom type things that they've brought in, or I don't know what it was because I don't know how long LegalZoom's been around, but that basic kind of form document that nobody reviewed, that it was DIY. And I look at it and I'm like, you didn't sign it in the right place. Like for 10 years, you thought you had this peace of mind,
Yeah.
but you didn't. And the challenge with that is if somebody like me hadn't looked at it and told them, they had this feeling that they had taken care of things. But the family, if something had happened to them, would have found out that they didn't actually take care of things. And at that point, it's too late to do anything about it. You're not around. You can't sign it, re-sign it as a ghost.
I will say the other big thing that I've seen with the estate planning side is that people think they know what they want and need, but they don't actually understand what a will is and what it's for. And so they all are just like, I need a will. And it's like, well, did you know that the will guarantees probate? And they're like, no, they don't know that.
Right. And a lot of the cliche statement of, it's time to get your affairs in order, you have cancer.
Yeah.
That type of thing. I feel like the meaning of that recommendation has now been boiled down to just get some documents in place.
Yeah.
That's just having the documents in place doesn't get your affairs in order. Like, it's just some documents. So what happens is the family comes in after the person passes away, and they're trying to figure out where to start and where do they have bank accounts, where are their investments, who do they owe money to. They don't know anything about that because that's not on that form document.
Who's listed as beneficiaries for all these accounts,
right,
if anyone is listed.
So they spend months trying to figure out where the money is, where they owe money, where the person owed money. So there's no order to it.
Plus, they're trying to live their lives and grieve and take care of physical stuff as well, like trinkets and
you have all the
memory
coming over
things,
and snatching things out of the house.
Yeah. Or asking for things.
Yeah. So I don't know. So much going on.
I guess I just don't like to argue with people if they're convinced that they don't have anything that they care about. Then I'm like, all right, fine. Go to LegalZoom.
Yeah. I mean, we send people there.
Yeah.
If they don't want to.
That's my
point. If they want to phone it in.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, well, that gets to the point of estate planning being a gift for your loved ones.
True.
You decide what type of gift you get them.
Yeah.
What level of gift. You know? My sister used to get me $15 Amazon gift cards. Now they're like $50.
Wow.
See?
Moving up in the world.
It's a whole different level.
Yeah. I like it.
Thanks, Shannon. Anyway, so do we come to any sort of meaningful conclusion?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's that if you care about leaving...
Let's channel Joe Rogan.
Yeah, if you care about having things organized and easing the process for your family.
Do some estate planning, but if you do a one-size-fits-all DIY thing, you might just be phoning it in.